and this is Deb Vaughn, and we are doing some stamping with stamping therapy with me. Um, Today I'm going to do something very different. I'm going to show you some paper pumpkin, and we're going to build a paper pumpkin kit. And as we go along, I'll tell you more about Paper Pumpkin, and I'll tell you more about the kits offered by Stampin' Up! So, if this is your first time with me, please stop. Tell me, please say hello. Don't stop. Say hello and let me know where you're from. And if you're watching the replay, um, and this is your first time, please let me know where you're from. Say hello. And if this isn't your first time, thank you so much for joining me again. And please leave a comment and share the video. Give me a thumbs up. It really helps build my business. So we're going to get started. First of all, I'm going to explain Paper Pumpkin. I do not know where the name came from. And I am going to switch the camera. Okay. A bit of adjusting. Okay. So Paper Pumpkin is a subscription kit that is from Stampin' Up. And the kit comes with everything you need. So this kit is from January of this year, and it's called Lovely Lavender. And so let's take a look inside. So every paper pumpkin comes like this, okay? And your first paper pumpkin will have a block in it, a block that's similar to this. It's an acrylic block for holding the acrylic stamps. It comes with a little ink pad that's called a Stampin' Spot. This one is Gorgeous Grape. I'm going to set that there. It comes with a stamp set. And this has the love stamp set. And it says just a little something for you stamp, Happy Valentine's Day stamp, and with, the word with. Okay, we're gonna have to stamp that and see that. So I didn't do any of this ahead in advance of getting ready for this video. And here's a lovely leafy kind of thing that we're gonna be stamping. So the kit comes, like I said, with everything you need. It's very tightly right in this box. I'm gonna set the box aside. And this is what you get. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to open it. It comes sort of shrink wrapped like this, and just got to open that. See all the goodies inside. What have we got? Okay, so we have some linen thread or baker's twine, and this is in crumb cake. Okay, set that there. We have some stamping dimensionals for lifting items up on our paper. You get the envelopes, which are beautiful. And this kit is going to make 8 cards, 2 designs. Maybe not. Let's take a look. It comes with directions. Here's the directions. Okay, so we can make some tags. And this jam, yeah, so it does come with 8 cards and 4 tags. All right. And here's the beautiful, beautiful envelopes. And this one has crumb cake polka dots. Okay, so we're going to set that right up here, a little ways out of camera, because what I like to do when I first am working a kit is to get the kit items in order so I can move ahead. Now, these are the tags, sorry. So we're going to put those over there. All right. Um, in your directions, okay, in your directions, let me get them situated the right way. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it tells you what you need. So the first one is the tag. Okay, so we're just going to make one of each card. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to pull this out. Okay, tag out. Um, here's the card stock, which we're not going to use first. What is this? Aha, this is what I'm looking for. All righty. Here's the other cardstock. The cardstock is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I don't know where this goes yet, but I'll set it there. We'll figure it out. Here's these 4 cards. Okay. You have punch out items to stamp on. So for the first one, we need this one. Okay. So we're going to put that there. And then we need some twine. So let's do this. I'm going to figure this out. This goes with 3, 4, the tag. Let me figure out what goes with the cards. Okay, the cutout piece is going to go with the polka dots. So we're going to cut out these pieces. Just kind of getting myself in order here instead of doing it all hairy scarum, you know. Okay, what else? We need, look at all this wonderful stuff. Glue dots. I love these glue dots. You either love them or hate them, and I love them. They are glue dots. They're adhered to a piece of acetate, and the top will peel off, and it serves as your adhesive. We have these cutouts that are leafy, okay? And I know that these leaves go with this card. These green leaves will go with this card. And just one of them. Yes, just one of them. There's a larger one and 2 smaller ones, okay? This smaller one will go with the tags, and this smaller one will go with our 3rd card. And I'm going to throw that away. So I'm going to continue on breaking these down. Large one, and then a small one. So if you're new to card making, I would say Paper Pumpkin or our kits, which are sold online, are just the best way to start. You get everything you need. You have the stamps, you have the ink, you have the paper, you have directions. And what's the difference between Paper Pumpkin and the kits? Well, they're both kits, but Paper Pumpkin is a monthly subscription. You can buy it and order it one time from my website, or you can order it as a subscription for 3 or 6 months or a year. Okay, so for this one, we need for the sentiments, we need that. I may stamp these all at once just to show you how easy it is instead of going back and forth. Okay, for this one, for the third card, we need these beautiful, beautiful, beautiful purple, and it's sort of like tie-dyed on there. It's sort of like a tie-dye effect, but not, really don't know how to describe it, but you can see it's just beautiful. I don't know if the color comes across as beautiful as it is, but okay, so now we're down to the last three. So let's see, we need, I thought they did have a sheet that showed you how to break it down. Yes, it does. It's right here. So the last part shows you what you need as to go through and separate it as I'm doing right now. And I was doing it from looking at the directions, but the last sheet of the directions, they come like this. Last sheet shows you what you need. So where are we? We're down to this. So we have a love, the word love that goes to our what I'm going to call our second card. And we have okay, this large one goes with our first card. Come on, baby, come on. Oh, it's way down here. It's with our first card. Okay, these two, the same size. They're larger than these two. So you kind of got to see your way through this. It's fun because it's beautiful. You just punch it out. It's like playing with paper dolls, only you're making paper cards. So we have that goes over there. This is empty. I can throw it away. And we're going to do the love. Okay. And the larger of the, I guess the lavenders stems, or what do I want to say? Spikes. Lavender spikes. Okay. And then we have the full cutout, which goes to our first card. Okay. And here we go. All right, go that way. So we have something here. Okay. We have these. I set them aside. This goes on our second card. 1, 2, 3. These cards I know are going to be beautiful. 4. Okay. And there's little squares here. Not sure what's happening with those, but they go with our second card as shown here on the diagram. And you get a few extra pieces. There is, in fact, a stamp group on Facebook that does alternate cards with everything you get in the paper pumpkin. Okay, so here we go. Oh, we have one more thing to do. We have this twine, and I always have a little trouble trying to figure out where it starts. And what's really cool, when I say that they give you everything you need, there's even a ruler down the side of the instructions. See? So that you can measure the twine that you need. So for the tag, we need 12 inches. So I'm going to open this up. Actually, I'm going to use my grid paper. It's just easier for me. And I could leave the directions where they're at. We're going to measure 12 4 times. And cut. That's for the tag. Okay. All right, that's for the tag. We need 12 inches for the first card. It's very twirly. Okay. And for the last card, we need 12 inches as well. Okay. 1, 2. You can see I am not being exact because in the kits they give you plenty in case you kind of mess something up. You can see there's still more on there. All right, so here we go. The last thing that's also included in your kit is this. It's a piece of chipboard, and it is for some cushioning, protection of your work surface. I use grid paper, but it's for protection of your work surface, and also to practice before you actually stamp. So I'm going to get started here and do the least fun thing at all. And that is opening this little guy because I'm always afraid I'm going to hurt myself. Okay, let's see if I did it. There we go. So there's the little stamp. Okay. I keep it together with the lid because it's just easier for me to hold on like this when I'm stamping. But most other people, I think, take the lid off and just use the bottom. So our directions say, okay, to take these out. So we have one of these. All right. And we start by stamping. So I'm going to find the stamps. Okay. And this one is just a little something for you. Okay. I'm going to pull it off of the acetate, put it on a block. I kind of tend to put mine up in the corner. And when the stamps come, it's a clear stamp, so you don't have to have it perfectly straight on there. When the stamps come from the factory, there's always some bit of kind of like residue. So you can do a couple of things. You can hit it with a baby wipe to wipe it off. I tend to just go like this. And I can see that some of my skin oil has rubbed off on that, my skin stuff, but that's fine. That may sound gross to you, but I'm sorry, that's what I do. And it just takes all that factory off of the off of the stamp, any leftover residue. So we're going to stamp just a little something for you. So I'm going to do this since this is just a stamping spot. Okay. And I'm going to stamp it as good as I can. And then I'm going to try it on my chipboard to see how it comes out. Looks pretty good. Okay. Let me see. Do you want to bring this down a little closer? There we go. All right. So I'm going to stamp it again. And remember, this is the piece we put aside, and this is the piece in the instructions. And We're just going to stamp that. Now, I do have Gorgeous Grape. This is Gorgeous Grape in the larger stamp pad. But I'm using this today. Just want to make sure I get that well inked up. And I can see if it's straight. I'm going to set it down and just hold it for a second. So, and not press real hard or rock, you know. And there you go. So I'm going to do this again. I'm going to do all four real quick. Something for you and just a little something for you. Okay, got all four of those done. So we have our thread. So the next thing we're going to do is take our twine, okay, and we're going to put it into, and you guys are probably familiar with this, we're going to take the folded end, put it through the hole, pull it through the other side, loop it through, yes, it's a little, there we go. All right, and you can trim the tail. So what we're going to do also is, if you look on your diagram, you see these circles that are empty. They're just circles. These designate dimensionals. If you see a little circle that's filled, that's like a dot, those are the adhesive dots. Okay, so adhesive dots, close up the stamp pad, and dimensionals. Okay, there's a full pack here. I'm going to use what I already have open. They're the same. They're the same thing. And I'm going to take two of the dimensionals. They're sticky on one side, and they have a little piece on top. Pull it off. Okay, I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to set that right there. And then I'm going to take one of the leafies, and it tells you where to put the adhesive dots. I don't want this sticking. Okay, so I'm going to use my pick tool, which if you know anything about stamping, well, this pick tool or any pick tool is just essential in my mind's eye. And we're going to put one here. I'm going to pick it up with the pick tool, and they're putting one on the bottom leaf. And we're putting one over here. I'm going to put it up here though. Okay. The pick tool will also just shimmy these top parts off. They come off really easy. You can take them off with your fingernail. Of course, I say that and then I can't do it. Yeah, I can. Whoops. I find these pretty well, pretty much in my house too. Okay, so here we're ready. And now we're going to put this together. We're going to put, oh, where's my one with the dimensionals? I'm going to put this down here. It shows a little bit off to the side, and that's not straight. Make sure it's straight, Deb. Okay, and then I'm just going to tuck that back there. And here we go. We have a tag. So if you had a Valentine's Day gift, trim that. We have our first tag. Voila. Okay. I'm just going to do one. I'll set these aside and finish them after the video. Okay, so now we're going to go on to our first card. Right, move everything aside here. And for this first card, we will need the lavender. Set the others aside. We will need one of the stamping. We will need a packet of leaves. And this goes like this. Okay, so they made it exactly in step one. They made it exactly so that you could set this on top of here and it looks just the way it should to go on the card. So again, we're using the glue dots and we're going to put them, this is to put 2 on the white. Take this little extra piece out and 2 on the white, 1 there, 1 there, and we're going to put 2 on the green leafies. 1, 2. Okay. So we're going to turn that over. We're going to take the lavender. Come on. And because the bottoms are just the same size, it's easy just to put one over top. So we have it like that. So then we have from the tags, we have that punch out and we have our cardstock. So get the cardstock and fold it. Use my block to get a nice sharp edge on it. Okay. And now we're going to put this together here. So we're back to the instructions. We're going to use Stampin' Dimensionals around here. You can see where they're hollowed circles. And we're going to add this piece to the back using the two Stampin' spots we put on the back. Okay, so easy peasy. Turn it over, look at the directions, okay, and put my Stampin' Dimensionals. Oh, I'm going to put this on first. Put my leafies on first. And it shows you with the big side over here, little side over here, to just, I did that wrong, didn't I? Okay, I did that wrong. We're going to put this over like that. Okay, what I did wrong was I put my glue dots on the wrong side. It showed me here to put them on the front, but I did not. But hey, it's all good. I can handle it. It's just not very many mistakes that you can't recover from card making with just a wee bit of imagination. And here, I'm going to bring this up. And this is going to go and line up right with the bottom. Okay. And now I'm going to put the dimensionals where they have indicated. And this part of this is going to go on the outside. Okay. All of it's going to go on the outside that it can, see? Oops. Okay. So then continuing on with the dimensionals. One down here. And up the side here. Corner and the top. And they put one in the center. Okay, we're gonna pull this off real quick. Using my pick tool, I just kind of do a little check mark on there and that pulls them off. There's very little struggle, so I say. Ah, how are y'all feeling today? I'm wondering. I am feeling really good. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. Mike, 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 Mike. What day is it? I love that commercial with the camel. Can't even remember what the commercial was for, but I love that camel talking to Mike. What day is it? Whence? So then we put it down onto the card base. And this is a full cover of the card base. And see how the dimensionals just make it look so much more, I don't know, 3D, kind of pops it up, gives it dimension, looks really nice. All right. So, next thing is stamping. So I'm going to clean the stamp, put it back on the acetate, and this is the Happy Valentine's Day. Okay. So this one can be a little wobbly, and sometimes it's like won't go on your it may just not go on straight. So the best thing to do is just lay it down and then use your block to pick it up. You stamp, and we have our little piece. It's, we'll stamp this up. I'm just gonna check it. Excellent. So stamp it again. You know what? If you mess up, you can just turn it over. I rock that a little bit, and that's fine. I'll clean that stamp off because I think we're going to use something different on the last card. And according to our directions, we're going to take that piece of twine and we're going to put a glue dot. We're going to turn this sentiment over. We're going to take a glue dot, put it in the center, and take the back off. And we're not going to tie a bow. We're just going to go like this, this. Okay. Twist it. Okay, let me show you that again. Okay. You can go like this. And put it like that. Another one, I can make that bigger. This is not a strong point for me. I'm not embarrassed to say that, but I love the effect. So I'm doing more of it to get more comfortable with it. Okay. All right. I'm going to trim that and get our dimensionals and put one on each side. Take the backings off. And it goes from here to here towards the bottom of the card. There's a little piece showing at the bottom. So there we have it. Let me trim this. And this goes with the matching envelope as here. Isn't that pretty? And one other thing that you can do, because often, not always, but often I will decorate the envelope. Probably mostly 80% of the time I'll decorate the envelope. So I'm going to bring that in. I'm going to bring in the little flower, actually the leafy um, stamp, photopolymer stamp. I'm going to ink it up. And I'm going to come into the corner of the envelope. And then I'm going to double stamp because you get two different colors. And then I can do it even again to get yet a lighter color. And there you have it. There's card 1. Okay. Card 2. Okay. So this is already on the block. And okay, we have this little piece that came out. Okay. I see. It's going to say with love. Okay. So I'm going to bring in another block here to put the with, something a little bit smaller. Okay. Often, when you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, and that's the other thing, you don't really know what you're getting in these kits. You get an idea, you get the theme, but it's always a really, really nice surprise. That looks kind of blurry. I'm going to do it again. It's always kind of a surprise what you're going to get. And, you just know that you're going to get everything that you need. Let's see. That's better. Yeah, that's better. So we got our width done. And now we're going to do the leaf. And we're going to put it on this square. Okay. And we're just going to just try to follow where it says here. I'm going to set it down. And let the paper absorb the ink. It looks kind of black right now, maybe on your screen. Let me pull it up. But as it dries, it'll turn a pretty purple. It'll get lighter as it dries. So the next step is to put some Stampin' Dimensionals on this. Five of them. And Picto will take these off real quick. And pull out the cardstock. Fold it. You have this on the back. That's pretty. And this on the front, and that's the part we're using. And it wants us to put this in the center. So we're going to lay this in the center. My suggestion is just kind of lay it down, and then you can still move it a bit before you actually, adhere it so it stays. Here we go. All righty. What's next? Okay, the stamping's done, and we're going to pull in the large and small of the actual, these two pieces. You can see one's smaller, one's larger. And we're going to pull in the leaf. All right. And this time we're going to make a bow. Try to get this straightened out as much as I can. Okay. And make a bow. And we can adjust the loops. And see, it's kind of, because it's been sitting on that spool, kind of got to get it to straighten out. Okay. I'm just going to send it underneath the tick board. Okay. Set that right there, and it shows us where to put the glue dots. I'm going to put one in the center here, and one over here. And on the back here, one here on the big one. Oops. One, two. Okay. So take all these off. Oh. And this will go like this. Set the next one down. This is the smaller ones going in the center. And then the larger one. And then we're going to take this and we're going to, where's our little width? So let's take our width, and it wants us to cut a dimensional in half. I have scissors just for things that are gluey. So I'm going to cut, oh, I have one right here on the end that's already in half. Just peel this off and put it on the back here. And on the back of the purple strip, it wants 3 of the dimensionals, the directions. Okay. And then with the words love, okay, we're going to use the glue dots. Put one here and one up on the E. You have everything you need here to set you up for success. You haven't taken the backs off yet. We're going to put the word love on. And we're going to put with. And I think I'm going to put this on first. And just bump the width. Just so I don't make it extra tall. I'm going to put this across here. Take width. And I don't want it any higher. So I'm just going to bump it up above. And there we have it. And the envelope is just beautiful. There you go. So here we are. We have, oh, I did not put it to me. I didn't put the ribbon on. Talk, Deb, talk. There we go. I need to put it on with a glue dot. In this case, just take the glue dot. I put it on the back of there. Pull off the backing. Swirl it around a little bit. And then I'm going to slide it right in there. Put that back down. Put this back on. Trim. Trim. So there you have it. We have 1 card, 2 cards, envelope, and the gift tag. So I'm going to add myself. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you like these cards. I had fun making them. I think the way to success with this is to set them all up first and just go through and make them, and the directions are there for you. And they're beautiful cards. I just always do love my paper pumpkin, as do I love the kits. And coming up soon, we're going to do a kit. And I want to thank you for joining me today and watching this replay. And have the best Wednesday, and I'll see you soon. God bless.